Hello everybody, my name is Connor and we are here with a Garou versus Gojo. We finally have a new set. I mean, not finally, I don't know, I was kind of let down by Demon Slayer, but my hopes are pretty good for One Punch. This deck is my buddy's deck, and it's really fun. I really had a good time playing this deck. It is a Garou deck, and I'm going to do my best to give you guys some good commentary, but I'm still learning the deck and the characters, so my buddy gonna go ahead, drop NobleAsta, get that zero energy going. We're gonna drop Speed O Sound Sonic, as well as I believe his name is Tempest Wind. He's just gonna bounce that zero cost back to my hand and get us 2 energy, and we'll go ahead and pass over to Gojo there, tapping 1 AP to draw, and of course he never misses. He finds another zero cost playing Toge and passes turn, so pretty good there. That Inosuke in our hand, I believe, is the 6-1 raid Garou, if I remember correctly. I think so, yes. And I'm just checking out some of these cards because I've only played these cards in the pre-release, but it looks like we are gonna drop Boros. Boros allows draw a card, then place 1 card from your hand into your sideline. This deck, you want as many cards as you can in your sideline, and it's pretty fun. I think it does a better job of getting cards into the sideline than like what is his name? Than the other Demon Slayer deck. So we're gonna go ahead, sideline 2 cards after playing our not domain expansion, but the equivalent of domain expansion, which in this set is called the something monster cells. Thank you. Then we're gonna drop Garou on the front line. That is the promo, the participation pack one. Honestly, he put in the work. He's a 3,000, but I think he's 4 on my turn, if I remember correctly. The Maki in the back line, followed by a Panda in the back line, followed by a Panda in the front line. Panda, actually, really good card, man. I really think Panda and Yellow, I think not Demon Slayer, excuse me, the JJK Yellow, underrated, severely underrated. We draw into another monster cells, which is good. That means we can have some big turns. We're going to put Garou on the back line just to get some more energy. Putting the Garou on the front line. Place 2 cards from the top of your deck into your sideline. They just boop right into the sideline. Really like that card, actually. And then we are going to go ahead and raid the Garou. 6-1 Garou. Switch to active, move to the front line. This character's abilities gains the listed abilities below, 5 or more. So the more cards you have in the sideline, the better and stronger he is. When attacking, drop to 1 card, which I think is something I forget to do, but we are learning. Okay, cool. So I do draw. It's 5 or more. When attacking, drop to 1 card. 10 or more, this character gains 500 BP and impact 1, 15, another 500, and he gets to restand. So pretty. If you can get cooking, you can get cooking here. So looks like my opponent is going to step Panda back to the back line, giving himself double energy with both of those Pandas, moving NobleAsta to the front. And there is Gojo. Speaking of participation pack, Gojo is there, giving him 2 energy, which is enough to play the 6-cost Gojo. 6-cost Gojo gets to play something for free, basically. Something with 1 action point, I believe, for free. I could be wrong about that. But I know that sometimes he plays out like this, raid NobleAsta for free, or sometimes he will play something like domain expansion. So really good. NobleAsta is going to swing, and we don't really want to block, so we get the get trigger there with the speed of sound, I believe, and we block the little weenies and pass turn. Drawing into, I think that's Hero Almanac there, which is an interesting card. I'm going to go ahead and play goodness, I already forgot his name, Tempest Wind, to bounce Garou back to my hand. It's a 0 cost, and I get to look at the top of my deck and place it in my sideline if I want. We get the Megami, and that is the 3-1 Garou there, as you can see, but I do leave it up there. I think that's okay. I think I would have been okay also trashing it, It's just we don't, as you guys can see, we don't really have a lot of bodies. So it looks like I'm thinking about playing Hero Almanac, but I will tap one for Monster Cell, put another card in my sideline, and then Hero Almanac is place one character, one card from your hand to your sideline. If you do, draw a card. If you do, choose up to one character on your opponent's front line with BP base equal to the BP of the cards placed in the sideline. And yeah, a little bit messy in the reading there, but it is called Hero Almanac. And I used it to draw the 3/1 Garou, and yeah, I just put it over the proxy there. So we're gonna go ahead. This is where the game gets tough, is with Gojo being a 5k body, and this deck, at least not that I can find, having impact, really not much. It's definitely a hard front line to get through, especially if he plays down another Gojo. And yeah, I'm counting my sideline there, trying to figure out a good way to do that. So he is gonna hollow purple, putting my raid Garou into removal. That's what hollow purple does, kind of crazy. He's gonna swing, we'll block, and I think I'm gonna take a couple, color trigger, choose one character with a 2,500 or less, and send it to your opponent's hand, I believe. So I will send Toge to his, I'll send Toge to his hand, and he's saying like, oh, like, I'm gonna swing, and I'm like, yeah, well, Gojo has impact. I have to take it anyway. So getting Toge off the field is good because he can on block or on KO rest something, which is definitely kind of annoying. And we do get another Inosuke out of our another Inosuke, another raid Garou, which is Inosuke, pretend with me. And we're gonna just put some bodies up front. One thing I'm trying to work on in this game is making sure I have enough bodies up front to protect myself. I think that's something that really that I struggle with. So yeah, I think I'm trying to remember which which card Inosuke is, and I thought it was the 3/1, but we remembered it was the raid. The 3/1 is Megami because he is also a 3/1. And yeah, I will go ahead and just raid him back on one of the other Garus I have up there and leave my monster boy up there. And reaching around my stand to put my trash away. And counting how many cards I have in the trash. I think I'm gonna get, I feel like I pull out the addition bars. I don't know what else to call them, but I think we were just discussing the deck and how it's supposed to play. And so we're swinging, and we're gonna get something off the front of his line at least. It definitely feels like not worth swinging half the time, because he has these big bodies that I can't get through, but he also has little bodies, so until he fills his front line with Gojos, we gotta keep swinging to try and break through to his life. For a second it looked like he was gonna tap 2 AP, and that is a Gojo. So looking, yep, 2 AP, and he actually hits me with the double Raid Panda, which is really good for him, not so great for me. Raid Panda, so good, has impact, so we get Speed of Sound Sonic, we add it to our hand, and we get our special, removing Gojo. Pretty good there. And the 4 we just block with the Chump. I didn't block the Pandas because they have impact, and I kind of know, like, I need to get rid of them. I'm at 2 life. I need to get rid of Pandas to keep playing, so, or to not instant lose here. So we end up specialing one of the Pandas. And this special is really interesting. It's worded very, it's got a lot on it, so I think my opponent just wants to read it because I think we're both still trying to understand, and it's because it basically says, if If Garou is on your field, reduce this card's AP cost by 1. While in your hand, choose to one character with 5,000 or less BP on your opponent's front line and sideline it. Choose one Garou on the field. It gains if your opponent sidelines this character with a special trigger ability. They add the card with a special trigger ability to their hand instead. So we think it's just off of the trigger, which is pretty nice. So we're gonna go ahead and poke, get a NobleAsta raid. We're gonna go ahead poke again, and it gets the baby NobleAsta, and I'm like, oh, that's not good for me at all. Yeah, so we end up passing turn, and I know with the NobleAsta, the baby NobleAsta, that we are a little bit cooked here. Kind of just giving him the pieces to rest something, I think, is all he really needed to push for game. But we'll see. He taps one to draw. And thinking about his turn. Yeah, I think both of those Garous are at plus 1,000 with both of the BP. They have plus 500, plus 500 for each like section or milestone. So just put the plus 1,000 on them. And the NobleAsta comes out to be expected, resting the Garou there, the raid Garou, which is a bit of a bummer. Now it's just, I think we have to play down some bodies. If they can't get game here, there is well, with that turn, with him playing down the double block Gojo, we could block with everything and potentially do okay, but let's see what he decides to do. Yeah, I think I'm relatively cooked. NobleAsta is gonna swing, and I have one impact, so one I have to take. So we'll block with this Garou. A lot harder of a task right now with the proxy card on it. And then the block with the other one. Impact is going to go through with the panda, and we get a special trigger. And originally I go for Gojo because I'm so used to targeting that Gojo. He's a pain in the ass to get rid of, but then I realized that panda also he's a 4K with double block as well, and I need to get rid of panda. Not only that, but he has impact, so I need to get rid of panda in hopes of not losing this turn. But with my hand, it is looking a little rough. I'm going to tap one to draw, get the speed of sound Sonic, not really what we want to see. We'll tap here, and then drawing we'll just put him in the sideline, right? That is, yeah, place it at the top of your deck or in your sideline. We'll do another Garou, and I know he's going to block the 4 there, or I think he's going to block, and he ends up going down to 2 life, getting the draw card. And I have to hope that we're in a tough spot. I think no matter what we do, we are in a losing spot here for sure. And yeah, I think that I'm still learning the deck, so I don't think I played it optimally. Of course, if you guys see anywhere I misplayed, let me know. Yep, and there is the hollow purple sending Garou into the removal zone, and the NobleAsta to rest. So yeah, that's super game at that point. Swinging, block, and the Gojo for the finish ends up getting the game. So a little bit of a tough match for us. I'm not really sure what was wrong, but I do really enjoy this deck. I think this deck is really fun. I'm hoping my buddy Kyle will continue to let me borrow it. Especially everybody, my Union Arena community, they're my boys, man. I love them so much. Everybody's building decks, and they're always like, everyone's so willing to share decks, and I just think that's so great. And I really just shout out to them for letting me play with play their decks, and yeah, just putting up with me recording our games all the time. I appreciate it. You guys are great, and thank you guys for watching. You guys are also great. But yeah, that's where I'm going to end it. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, hit that like button down below. It helps me out more than you could ever know. Go ahead and subscribe if you are new. And I will see you guys in the next video. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day.